It's been a great year for anime movies. We just had the Demon Slayer Infinity Cast movie release and break all kinds of records, and now we have Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze arc, picking up from where season 1 left off. And right away, if you're going to see this movie as a new fan or with someone who's not caught up, or maybe you just can't remember, you can still watch the movie and have a good time, but you won't get the best experience you otherwise could have had if you had seen season 1 prior to seeing this movie, as it builds upon the foundations set by the events in season 1. One example of this being the relationships Denji has with Aki and Makima, for example. But let's get into the movie. Chainsaw Man the movie Reze arc adapts the Bomb Girl arc in the manga, which is only 13 chapters long, but it still manages to make you care a lot about the characters, especially Reze, who is the key character in this arc. She gets involved with Denji, befriending him, and they spend a lot of time together, hanging out and talking about their lives. Reze comes to the realization that Denji has never experienced things a normal kid his age should have, such as going to school, making friends, and forming relationships and bonds with the people he cares about. Because if you know Denji as a character, he's not had the best upbringing. In fact, he's had quite a shitty one, living off scraps from a young age and needing to scavenge to survive. This movie can be cut into two halves. The first half is the emotional side of the movie, which focuses primarily on character progression and plot development, building up the characters and forming relationships between them. These relationships then get put to the test in an incredibly satisfying way in the second half, which is all out action. In the emotional side, Denji is struggling with his feelings towards women, as he now has two women who he thinks are in love with him, and we get to see this through a visual aid of Denji's mind, where he's imagining all these women who are now suddenly into him and showing interest in him in lingerie, highlighting the sexual desires he has inside him. But ironically, these women just see him as a tool to further their own goals and couldn't give less of a shit about him. But as he lacks life experience, having been deprived of it all his life, he doesn't know any better and falls for their charms. We see him going on movie dates with Makima and heading to Reze's workplace, just using it as an excuse to see her, not realizing he's just a player in a game larger than himself. All of this character development is to set up the second half, which is the action side, and I enjoyed this half way more than the first. But that's also down to the emotion side and the building up of these characters over the course of an hour, as you start to learn more about them and who they are as people. The action is so frenzied and chaotic, but so damn good. Mappa's animation is a visual feast as you watch the Bomb Girl basically take on the entire city by herself. There's tons of blood and gore mixed in with banging industrial sounds and music by Maximum the Hormone, who did arguably the best ending song for Chainsaw Man Season 1. Their music helps to elevate the action to another level. Reze is joined by Typhoon, another devil whose name gives away her powers, and her and Reze together just make for absolute destruction and chaos on the streets, as innocent people get caught up in the crossfire. Another character who gets a share of the spotlight is Beam, a shark fiend, and I really liked his character. He's crazy and he's also devoted to the Chainsaw Man, and his inclusion in that final battle just add to the balls to the wall over the top action in the final act of the movie, as Denji is riding on top of him like a horse going into battle. Chainsaw Man the movie Reze arc is a damn good time, whether you're an existing fan or someone coming into the series for the first time. It's got a bit of everything. Slice of life, which I tend not to like in anime as it can be quite boring, but I liked its inclusion in this movie. It's also got crazy over-the-top action set pieces, and it's got characters whom you genuinely give a shit about and want to see more of during the runtime. Anime fans are eating so good with these anime movies this year, and I do hope that this trend continues and we get more movies in the future. And that's what I really have to say about the Chainsaw Man movie. If you've seen it, then let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Thanks for watching.